Oh, yes, I'm sorry. I forgot. That's not your case. He's here. I'm letting him in. Thank you for reminding me. Okay, we've got you, Mr. Dwayne.
Yes.
Okay, this is People of the State of Michigan versus Devin Stone, docket number 20-500FH. This is the time set for a plea, I'm told. And Mr. Stone, I have an address for you on Old Lansing Road. Is that current?
Yes, that's right.
Thank you. And how far did you go in school?
I have a associate's degree.
Okay, very good. Would you raise your right hand, please? Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give in this matter will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I do.
Thank you. Mr. Stone, you can put your hand down. You have the right to an attorney. You are represented by Ms. Lehman. And Ms. Lehman, this is a plea, I think, based on our prior discussions to count 2. Is that correct?
That's correct, Your Honor.
And will you waive reading of counts 1 and 3?
I do, Your Honor.
Mr. Dwayne, would you read count 2, please?
Yes, felony information reads as follows. State of Michigan, County of Ingham. In the name of the State of Michigan, the prosecuting attorney for this county appears before this court. Informs the court that between the dates of February 10th of 2019 through December 7th of 2019 at 2521 Tecumseh River Drive, City of Lansing, Ingham County, State of Michigan, the defendant did, with regard to count 2, photograph or otherwise capture or record the visual image of the unclad genitalia of Kayla Ward under circumstances where that individual had a reasonable expectation of privacy, contrary to MCL 539 J print 2 print B. It's a 5-year felony and or $5,000 fine. I do not believe the SORA notice is applicable to this charge.
Okay, Mr. Stone, you're you're being charged here with recording an unclothed person. That is a felony punishable by up to 5 years in prison. You have the have you had enough time to talk about this charge with your attorney?
Yes, I have.
Okay, do you understand the charge against you?
Yes, I do.
Do you have any questions about what we're doing?
No.
Are you on parole?
No, not at this time.
Okay, and how do you wish to plead?
Guilty.
If your plea of guilty is accepted by this court, it means you won't have a trial of any kind and you'll be giving up the rights that go along with a trial. That includes right to a trial by jury, or if you didn't want trial by jury, trial by judge. Also, the right to be presumed innocent until proven guilty and to require the prosecutor to prove your guilt beyond a reasonable doubt. You'll be giving up the right to have the witnesses against you appear at the trial and to be able to cross-examine them, as well as the right for this court to order any witnesses that you might have to appear at the trial. You're also giving up the right to remain silent at trial and not to have that silence used against you, or if you wanted to testify at the trial. Your plea also results in some changes that you should know about, that you must know about regarding appeals. First of all, you don't get an automatic right to appeal your case when you plead guilty to the higher court. Instead, you have to ask them to hear your case and they have to agree to hear it. And then also, if you plead guilty, there are many issues that you simply cannot appeal to the higher court, unlike a person who goes to trial and gets convicted who can appeal pretty much everything. Do you understand those rights?
Yes, I do.
And you want to give up those rights and plead guilty?
Yes, that is correct.
Okay. Also, if I accept your plea, it means you cannot come back later on and try to say that the plea was the result of some promise or threat that no one told me about today. Do you understand that?
Yes.
It also means you cannot come back later on and try to say that it really wasn't your own choice to plead guilty today. Do you understand that?
Yes, I do.
Okay, and then I'll state before I ask Mr. Dwayne if there's a plea agreement, we did have a COBS conference on this matter, and with the information I was given about Mr. Stone's background and the specific circumstances of this offense, I was asked for an agreement of no upfront jail. I took into account the prosecutor's statements about the victim's wishes and all of the information the defense attorney gave me as well. And I did agree that I would impose no upfront jail. And that, of course, is contingent on everything that I was told being the same at the time of sentencing. And then I'll ask you, Mr. Duane, is there a plea agreement in this case?
There is, Judge. In exchange for the defendant's plea of guilty to count 2, at the time of sentencing, the people would move to dismiss counts 1 and 3. We did have a Killebrew after the meeting with you for the Cobb's discussion. I did make an offer of a Killebrew agreement of no upfront jail based on this discussions we had with you.
You did or did not? I didn't.
I did.
Oh, okay.
Killebrew of no upfront jail.
Okay, and then is that a full and complete statement, Ms. Lehman?
It is, Your Honor.
And Mr. Stone, is that your understanding of the agreement as well?
Yes, it is.
Do you agree with it?
I do.
Okay, now there's not only my Cobb's agreement, which is sort of irrelevant now, but the Killebrew agreement, the sentence agreement from the prosecutor is that you get no upfront jail. If I changed my mind and decided, maybe I learned something I didn't know before, I decide not to go along with that at the time of sentencing, I would tell you, and I'd give you a chance to take back your plea and start over if you wished. Do you understand that?
Yes, I understand.
Has anyone promised you anything else that hasn't been said here right now in order to get you to plead guilty?
No, Your Honor.
Anyone used any threats to get you to do it?
No.
Is it your own choice?
Yes, it is.
And are you doing it because you believe you are in fact guilty of this offense?
Yes.
Okay, you're going to have to tell me then about count 2. And what did you do on or about or between the dates of February 10, 2019 and December 7, 2019 regarding count 2?
On about February 10th, 2019, in the city of Lansing, in Ingham County, I posted a photograph of Kayla Ward's genitalia on a website. I did not have her permission to post the photograph.
Okay. And you said you did not have her permission, so she certainly did not expect that a photo of her genitalia would ever be made public. Is that fair enough?
Yes.
Okay. And I guess this sounds like sort of a stupid question, but you did it on purpose, correct? You didn't accidentally click something on your computer and it showed up online. You didn't mean for it. Did you do it on purpose?
Yes, I did.
Okay. And you already told me this happened in Lansing, Ingham County. Is that correct?
That's correct.
Okay. Has the court complied with MCR 6.302, Mr. Duane?
Judge, I'm just looking at count 2 and it says he did photograph or otherwise capture or record the visual image. I know he said he posted the photo, but can we, on a factual basis?
Yeah, you're right. You're right. So were you the one that took the photograph?
Yes.
Okay. Now am I okay, Mr. Duane?
Yes, Judge, thank you.
Has the court complied, Ms. Lehman?
It has, Your Honor. If I could make one point of clarification on the time, that photograph was taken well before February 10th of 2019, which is the reason for the allocution and the way that Mr. Stone allocated today as it relates to his guilty plea.
Yes, thank you. Did I ask, are you aware of any promises, threats, or inducements other than those are, okay, that was the question. All right, thank you. The court finds the plea is understandingly and voluntarily made without undue influence, threats, or promises of leniency. It is an accurate plea. It's supported by the testimony. The plea is accepted. I have a sentencing date of Monday, February 8th at 3 p.m. If that works for your schedules, attorneys.
I am checking right now, Your Honor.
Okay.
I think it should.
And I'd prefer certainly, and I suspect everyone else would too, to do the sentencing remotely as well. Mr. Stone, I can do a plea remotely, but I can't do a sentence remotely unless you agree to it. Do you think you're agreeable to that?
Yes, I agree with that.
Okay, then we'll do a Zoom sentencing on February 8th at 3 p.m. And Mr. Stone, you'll need to contact the Adult Probation Department in Ingham County. Hopefully Ms. Lehman can give you the phone number to do that. They're not seeing people in person, but they will set up a remote interview with you. They do need to interview you as soon as possible because they have to do a report. They need lots of time to prepare the report, but it's the report that I need for sentencing. So if you would contact them in the next 24 hours and tell them that you need to have an interview set up, that would be great, and your bond will be continued.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Great, thank you, and that will conclude